If you want to see an average everyday person make a rocket that goes to space, you're in the wrong place. Not gonna lie, still not used to how this looks yet. Just feels so open. Coming around the corner and then bam, wide open area. Cooper just called me. He is selling his Vermeer baler and he has the monitor for it somewhere, but he's not sure where it's at. If I was a baler monitor, where would I be? Ooh, look at this. Crane guy's here for his last day on the job. There she be. They got the downpipe set, so now we can dump wet corn in the pit. It'll come up the leg that's on the left side, and then it'll dump right into that downpipe, and then this will be our wet holding bin, and then we still gotta get augers set up to go from the wet holding bin to the dryer is gonna be right here, then the dryer will dry the corn, and then it'll put it back to the leg, to the right one, and then that'll have hot, dry corn going up to it, and then that'll get piped over to the bins, and we can blow air on them to cool them down, and then it'll sit there to storage until we're ready to haul it to the ethanol plant. Before we go down and start power washing in, man, that sounds absolutely horrible. But this is my Uncle Erland's farm, and as we can see, there's some stuff here that could definitely be picked up. And there's a couple things that Uncle Erland's son, Brett, wants out of here. So Cooper and I are gonna meet Brett over here. We're gonna go walk around a little bit. We're gonna start cleaning some of this stuff up, hopefully yet this year. But we just want to make sure we're not taking anything that he wants.
I have the title of that old 49 Chevy right there. And obviously I should have had it out of here a long time ago.
And I think I got the title to the Dodge.
Do you have the title to the DeSoto?
Yes.
So we're okay with all this going here?
This is all, yeah.
Are they just gonna cut that up?
I'll be 90 years old. 90 years old the first day of February.
Found your trampoline. Could you imagine running this coupe? It's got a 50 bushel green tank on it.
I wouldn't even go with 10 bushels.
This one was one of Grandpa Ray's combines, I guess. An old Minneapolis Moline, which was the same as an Oliver back then. It's got an Oliver 6-row corn head. No, this is a 4-row. Hey, he's got a rock in there. So kind of what we're thinking is Uncle Erland really wants to get his farm cleaned up. So there's a bunch of scrap metal and buildings out here. And then the waterways also need some tile work. And then they need to be reshaped. First things first, we need to get hold of Pete, the junk man. Have him come down here with his front loader, trailer, get all the scrap metal picked up. There are 2 vehicles here that Uncle Erland and Brett wanted. We were only able to find one of them, so we'll set those off to the side. But then I need to get a hold of Ron, our bulldozer excavator guy. See if we can kind of get a rough ballpark figure on what he figures it will cost to reshape these waterways, as well as tear down all the old buildings and trees in the building site. And once we end up getting this old fence out of here, this is gonna be a really nice farm. Look at this. You kidding me? Had to hit the reset switch. There we go. For anybody wondering, yes, Cooper did get his baler sold.
I'm gonna miss the avalanche. This was one heck of a machine, guys. Cooper is working on this old fence line.
So if you guys remember about a year ago, the farm right next to Tabletop came up for sale, and we were interested in it, but we weren't interested in it because, well, we needed the money to put up the bin site instead, so we ended up passing on the farm. But the new owners came in, they had Ron pull the fence in between the fields, so Cooper decided he was going to go out with the real disc and smooth everything out. Over the next 2 days, I shopped till I couldn't shop anymore, I ate until I couldn't eat anymore, and I slept like 10 minutes. But it's a good thing I survived, because the combine still needs power washed.
Everybody out in the world, stop messing around. Calling all you freaks and nerds. Hey, what's the matter with the bright red lights? Hey, in the moment when the world.
I don't understand it. Oh, there's no power. I just want stuff to work.
I feel shivers down
Look at that. I got the old combine all outdoor washy-washy, corn heads all outdoor washy-washy. Probably thinking to yourself, inside wash, outside wash, what in the world's the difference? Well, an outside wash is our preliminary wash. It's the first one we do. We do it outside. All we do is hit everything with water and we get all the big stuff off. All the trash, all the mud, all the grub, everything that's nasty and that we don't want all over the shop floor, we do it outside. And then once something has been outside washed, it's clean, but it's not really clean. It's still got a little bit of that grub on it. So the beauty of the main heated shop is from the center of the floor to this wall, it's sloped down 2 inches. So we have a drain over here. We have the power washer over there. We can get everything soaped up inside. We can lather it up nice. We can use a brush on it, get everything nice and shiny just like you would with your car. You can rinse it off, and it's ready to be worked on. So right now when it comes to the tractors, I'm probably going to take the 7140 here, do an outside wash on it, and then I'm just going to leave the John Deere and the 7140 as outside washes because over at Kristen and Rusty's, we have 20,000 bushels of beans, and right now the weather's nice, so we're thinking about getting those beans out first. The only problem is the only way to empty those bins is with the grain vac, and the grain vac can be kind of slow, especially when you have a semi there that's wanting to get on the road and they're waiting for you and you're only moving like 600 bushels an hour because you're at the back of the bin. So kind of what we're thinking of doing is taking this setup with the 674 grain carts, and then we have our other 674 grain cart that we're going to put on the 7140, so that way when a semi gets there, both the grain carts can already be full. We can have them full in 5 minutes, they can be on their way, and we can be getting these full. When I run in the grain vac and stuff, it gets pretty dusty there, so the tractors are going to get a nice little film over them. But once we get done getting those bins at Kristen and Rusty's done, then we can bring those down here, do another outside wash, bring them inside, get everything soaped up, get them waxed, looking really nice. Then we can do his full service. Oil change! Red semi, white semi, gray semi, all 3 grain trailers still need to be outside washed. Everything in the shop here needs to be inside washed. Need to wash the skid loader yet. And then we'll be done for after harvest washing stuff, clean out the cabs, and we can move on to something else. But that's all I got for tonight, guys. I could keep going, but sleep is important, so see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.